Hello, dear friends. Today, we will follow Alex's difficult journey as he faces unavoidable challenges. His life seems to be falling into a dead end, with all the burdens from work responsibilities and external pressures piling up on him. But in the midst of these storms, could the help from my someone Alex never expected be enough to change his mind and lead him down a new path? And when Alex stands at this crucial crossroads, what will Na, who has always been by his side with unconditional love, do to encourage and give him strength? This isn't just a story about love. It's also an inner battle as Alex struggles between the commitments of his career and the desire to find peace in Tuna's embrace. Can he give up everything he's built to pursue true happiness, or will he be swept into the temptations and responsibilities that Mai brings? Let's explore the emotional twists and the difficult choices Alex must make. After this contract, Alex feels like he's just gone through a major shock. The financial losses, the unfulfilled commitments, and the fear of having to compensate Adam weigh heavily on his mind. The pressure from all sides leaves him barely able to breathe. Tuna, who has always been by his side, can clearly see the tension in him, but can only offer comfort and encouragement. She can't do much more than extend her hand for Alex to hold, as he feels like everything is falling apart. As Alex falls into crisis, Mai finds her opportunity. She enters Alex's life like a shadow, softly speaking sweet, tempting words. If the company faces difficulties, just tell me and I'll help you. These words cut deep into Alex's heart, leaving him uncertain. Does she truly care about him? Or is she simply exploiting his weakness to take what he has? Will Alex be swayed by Mai's offer? Will he sacrifice his career, give up everything to stay with now the woman he loves dearly? Or will he follow a murky future that Mai is offering? During the long, sleepless nights, Alex gets lost in his chaotic thoughts. He realizes he's at a critical crossroads: save the company, or protect the love he's built with Tuna. When everything seems uncertain, he wonders if he has to give up everything he's worked for just to fix things. In that moment, he comes up with a bold idea: sell off all his personal assets, everything he's built over the years, just to save the company, giving himself a chance to continue the path he's chosen. Love and career are now at opposite extremes in Alex's mind. Tuna, with her patience and unconditional love, stands by him ready to sacrifice for him. But Mai, with her cunning and timing, presents a dangerous temptation, luring him down a dark path. Will Alex find a way to balance love and career, or will he have to sacrifice a huge part of himself to keep the company afloat? And will his love for Tuna be strong enough to overcome all the temptations? The warm morning sunlight gently bathed the farm, covering everything in a soft, tender glow. A breeze passed by, carrying the scent of the earth like a comforting embrace, soothing the worries in Alex's heart. The vast, peaceful space with the chirping of birds and the lush greenery of nature seemed to be the place he had been searching for, all along a place with no burdens, no worries, just the tranquility he had always longed for. Tuna stood by the window, a gentle smile on her face as she saw him approach, but in her eyes there was still an unmistakable worry. She understood the hidden struggles Alex was facing, the pressures and pain he couldn't bring himself to share. She could feel his exhaustion, yet she didn't know how to ease that pain, other than offering him a bit of peace in the turbulent life he was living. Alex stood quietly, his eyes scanning the vast space, before he turned to look at Tuna. His voice held a deep weariness, but also a firm resolution. "Can I move here and live with you?" His words weren't just a question. They were a plea, as if he wanted to escape everything weighing him down out there. He needed a place of peace, a place with nothing but love and understanding where he could truly be himself without the heavy responsibilities on his shoulders. LYTUNA's heart tightened when she heard his question. She knew the challenges Alex was facing were not easy, and he needed her more than ever. However, his life wouldn't change just because of a decision like this. She looked into his eyes, sensing both determination and pain. She smiled, gently walked over and picked up Henry in her arms, her eyes filled with love. "Could you hold Henry for me for a bit? I'll go cut some fruit for you." "Na," said softly, her voice gentle, as if offering him some time to calm down. She didn't say anything more, but inside a worry she couldn't hide gnawed at her. Could Alex give up everything he had built outside where he was fighting for his career and honor to live a simpler, love-filled life here? Alex watched LYTUNA holding Henry, a warm feeling spreading through his heart. He gently took the boy into his arms, feeling the warmth of Henry's breath, as if a part of the peaceful life he had stopped thinking about was now right beside him. He looked at LYTUNA into her tender eyes, and in that moment he felt peace filling his entire being. All the burdens seemed to fade away, and all he wanted was to stay here with LYTUNA and Henry, living a life free from the pressures outside. He sat down, holding Henry in his arms, watching LYTUNA's silhouette as she went outside to cut the fruit. Each step she took was a reminder that perhaps in this life, all he needed was the peace she brought him. But that peace wasn't simple. He knew he was at a crossroads. On one side was the deep love he had for LYTUNA, and on the other were the commitments he had made, the responsibilities he couldn't leave behind. Did he have the courage to leave it all behind to dive into this life? Or would he fall back into the cycle of responsibility and pressure, losing himself once again? Alex sat alone on the couch in the living room, the soft light from the desk lamp casting shadows on his face, highlighting the exhaustion and signs of sleepless nights. He stared into the empty space in front of him, his eyes distant as though lost in deep thoughts. Inside, the weight of work responsibilities and the pressure from the failed contract pressed down on him, making him feel like he was about to collapse. LYTUNA, who had just returned from the garden, saw him sitting there motionless and couldn't help but feel the sadness radiating from his every move. She walked over and gently sat beside him, placing her hand over his. The warmth from her touch seemed to give him a little strength. But then in that moment, Alex's words slipped out full of worry and uncertainty. "And Henry, if I have nothing left, would you and Henry still love me?" His voice dropped, as if each question pained him more than the last. LYTUNA looked into Alex's eyes, her heart aching as she heard his question. She gave him a gentle, reassuring glance, smiling as if to dispel the worry swelling up inside him. "What are you talking about?" she said, her voice soft and sweet. "Em and Henry will always be here for you. No matter what you have or don't have, I'll still love you the same." LYTUNA's words were a solid promise, easing the weight in Alex's heart. He could clearly feel her love, the firmness in her words, and he naturally knew that she was the one he wanted to share his life with. He was happy, even if everything out there might crumble. This love would never change. However, the room grew silent as if a cold breeze had swept through. Alex, lost in thought, casually mentioned Mai, who had offered to help him and the company in this difficult time. Mai, she wants to help me and the company, Alex said, but his voice was unsure, as if he was still grappling with his decision. Tuna, always strong and resilient, suddenly choked up. A vague sense of worry stirred in her heart, making her feel like it was tightening. Mai, did she really want to help him? Or was she just exploiting his weakness to take the company he had worked so hard to build? Could Mai overshadow the love and bond Tuna and Alex shared? In Tuna's eyes, there was a flash of confusion she couldn't hide. What is Mai planning to do with you, Alex? She couldn't help but ask, her voice thick with unspoken fear. Alex turned to look at Tu. Na, his eyes calm, as if he was contemplating. He understood her worry, but his heart still couldn't sever the connection with Mai. Did she really just want to help him? Or was she finding a way to take everything from him? Every time he thought of Mai, Alex felt uneasy, but he couldn't deny that she had been an important part of his life. Seeing the confusion in his eyes, Tuna's worry grew stronger. Would Alex get caught up in Mai's power play? Or would he choose the love and loyalty that she and Henry had for him? She couldn't let Mai, with her hidden motives, take away what mattered most in her life. She needed to trust Alex, but deep inside, an unsettling feeling refused to fade.
Trong tập hôm nay, chúng ta sẽ theo chân Adam, chàng trai mang trong mình một trái tim ấm áp và đầy nghị lực. Sau những ngày tháng khó khăn, Adam đã từng giúp đỡ Huyen vượt qua dông bão cuộc đời. Giờ đây, khi đặt chân lên thành phố phồn hoa, anh khát khao một lần nữa được gặp lại họ, những con người đã cùng anh chia sẻ biết bao kỷ niệm. Hành trình này không chỉ là cuộc hội ngộ mà còn là một câu chuyện về niềm tin, sự cố gắng và mơ ước xây dựng lại một mái ấm bình yên cho cả ba. Và liệu Adam có tìm thấy họ giữa dòng người tấp nập mà câu chuyện xúc động nào sẽ mở ra phía trước? Trong căn nhà nhỏ từng là nơi cất giữ bao tiếng cười, những kỷ niệm hạnh phúc, giờ đây giữa cái nắng oi ả của mùa hè, chỉ còn lại một mình Adam. Anh ngồi lặng lẽ nơi góc bếp, nhìn ngọn lửa tí tách cháy dưới đáy nồi nhỏ. Tiếng gió thổi qua khung cửa gỗ cũ kỹ khiến mọi thứ lưu quạnh. Một hình ảnh về những ngày vui vẻ bên Huyền và đệ bỗng ngồi về, rõ ràng đến mức khiến trái tim Adam thắt lại. Có lẽ mình phải dần như này thôi, một mình ở lại cô đơn. Suy nghĩ ấy bất giác thoáng qua, rồi cứ thế bám chặt lấy anh ấy. Anh đi ra mảnh vườn nhỏ, hái vài cọng rau xanh để nấu bữa trưa đạm bạc. Mỗi động tác đều rất chậm rãi, như thể đang cố níu giữ một chút hơi ấm còn sót lại. Ánh mắt Adam lặng lẽ nhìn khung cảnh, nơi từng vang tiếng cười trẻ thơ. Giờ chỉ còn tiếng lá xào xạc, nỗi lo về mẹ già bệnh tật cứ âm ỉ trong tim.